Welcome to Focus. This segment is an opportunity for us to focus on what matters with people, places, and things. I'm your photographer, Darrell Everidge.
And on this episode, I have the pleasure and honor of speaking with Loganville Mayor Ray Martinez. Now, I was here earlier in the day, and I watched as he gave some proclamations out, and the first thing that struck me was the uniform. So my first question had to be about the uniform.
Absolutely. I'm a 25-year veteran of the U.S. Navy. I retired back in 2015, and I served 3 tours to the Middle East in support of Operation Noble Eagle, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Iraqi Freedom. And very seldom do I wear my uniform unless it's special occasion. I was a little worried today because I haven't worn my uniform in about 2 years. And I thought it wasn't going to fit, but from what I hear, it's wonderful. But today I was doing a couple, actually 3 proclamations. The first one is Disabled American Veterans Month, and I was presenting them with a proclamation from the city of Loganville, and I think it's very appropriate for me to wear, as mayor of Loganville, to wear my uniform. I also did a proclamation for Purple Heart Day, and again, it's very appropriate for me to wear my uniform. And I also did a proclamation for Loganville Christian Church. It's this year they're celebrating their 135th birthday here in Loganville. So they're one of, if not the oldest, they're one of the oldest churches here in Loganville, and I'm very proud to be doing the proclamation for them. But this is typical for the Mayor's Day. You know, I tell people this often, that I didn't know I was going to be so busy like I am now, but I love doing what I'm doing. We don't do it, as you know, we don't do it because of the money. We do it because we want to give back to a community. And days like today, where I recognize our veterans, our disabled veterans, I recognize our Purple Heart recipients, and also recognize the Loganville Christian Church. Days like today, and days like many days, where I go talk to kids about the role of mayor, about my upbringing, which is a very humbling upbringing. It makes my job so much easier, and it gives me joy and love to be representing Loganville as mayor. So I think I got the best job in the world as being mayor. You know, I just sit back and do what I'm called to do.
And in a way, you were first.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. I'm the first Hispanic elected official, mayor, in the state of Georgia. And I did not know that. Back when I was running for mayor, all I did was just campaign. And when I won, the day after I won, I had a couple of reporters ask me, do you know that you're the first? So I asked them, first in what? Well, you're the first Latino mayor in the state of Georgia. Definitely in Gwinnett and Walton County, because as you know, Loganville represents 2 counties, 20% Gwinnett, 80% Walton County. But they asked me about that, and I've been proud of that. And my message when I go talk to kids and adults alike, I tell them this. You know, I came from Puerto Rico. My parents are Cuban, but I consider myself an immigrant, even though Puerto Rico is an island part of the United States. And I came when I was 8 years old, and I went through ESOL program, English as second language. I struggled in school. I even failed 3rd grade because of my language barrier. But I've been through it. I've been living in Miami, just living in Hialeah, and I've been through it. And I tell folks this: if I could do it, if Ray Martinez could do it, if he could be the first being mayor, any one of you, kids or adults alike, could be the first in anything you put your mindset to be. So I'm very excited about that.
I was talking to some of the guys in American Legion here earlier today, and we were talking about the feel in America right now with society, maybe the younger generation. Do you feel like maybe people are disrespecting the flag or putting service personnel on the back burner?
Absolutely. I do see that with the generation. There's a lot. We haven't had a major war since, I would say, Vietnam. So it's been a couple of generations since we've been, that type of war or that type of battle like Vietnam, and people forget. People are, they forget our veterans, and it really frustrates me whenever you see some professionals out there that don't stand up for the flag, don't stand up for the anthem, don't put their hands over their hearts when the Pledge of Allegiance is being announced, or when the Pledge of Allegiance, or when the Star Spangled Banner is being sung. Like I said, I'm an immigrant. I consider myself an immigrant, but I consider myself an American first. And I love my flag, and I love this country so much. This country has given me so much, the opportunities. With the Navy, with a 25-year career with the Navy, I've been to many countries. And let me tell you, it's always refreshing and it's always fulfilling for me to come back to this great country. There's no other country in the world, and I've been to many, serving in the U.S. Navy. And there's no better country in the world than the U.S. So whenever somebody, it's not a perfect union. It is not a perfect United States, but it's giving us so much to be thankful for. So I'm very appreciative of our flag and our country.
And of course, one of the most requested question when you interview the mayor, or at least that's what I get. People say, ask him about what's coming new to Loganville. So are there any secrets, any new businesses on the horizon?
Absolutely. The first thing is, of course, the Hobby Lobby. The Hobby Lobby came 2 years ago, right on 78 on the Gwinnett side. That is big. A lot of people were asking about that. They were getting tired of going to Snellville for the Hobby Lobby, and we got it. And that's one of the busiest Hobby Lobbies around in this region. Of course, we got a Del Taco that's coming in right in front of the Hobby Lobby. So that's big. They should be open the next few months. They're building construction pretty quickly. Also, we have a Popeyes that's coming on in the old Walton Tire right on Highway 78 and 81. That's going to be big. So biggest thing right now that I actually ran on three things, and I'm gonna describe the three things that I ran on and things that are getting done in the three things that I ran on is keeping Loganville clean, keep Loganville moving, and keep Loganville building. We are steadfast focusing on our downtown Main Street, okay? Without saying too much, of course, our stretch of downtown runs from Highway 20 all the way down to Highway 78. So we do have a small stretch, but that type of stretch, we want to make it live, work, and play, mixed-use development. So we are getting with some developers to see what our plans are with that property. But we are working hard to get that going. Hopefully, it won't look like that in the next few years. Of course, the town green that was constructed a few years ago, that's made our downtown even better than what it is. Of course, our ag building and our rock gym, which we do rent it for parties and marriages and stuff like that. So that's a big thing. Part of that town green comes our Grooving on the Green. We've had a great concert series with the Grooving on the Green. Christy Daniels and Robbie Schwartz and Gracie has done a good job promoting our bands, which is the third Friday of every month starting in May. We got 2 left, and we got the third Friday in August at the Town Green. We have what they call the Electric Avenue. It's an 80s band that's going to be coming in. I'm a big 80s fan. I grew up in the 80s, so in Miami. So I'm a big 80s fan. So I'm looking forward to Electric Avenue. And then after that, we have another band that's coming in September. And then of course we have our biggest festival of the year, which is the Autumn Heritage Festival, which is in October. That's this third Saturday in October. And we have over 140 vendors out there. We got food and everything. And every year it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And our events department has done over 19 events this year. Wing Fling earlier in the spring, our car show, our Grooving on the Green concert. So we're just, and we're also going to have a public safety night that's coming up in the next few weeks. So Christy and Robbie have done a good job, and I'm so excited to be part of Loganville. Of course, Keep Loganville Clean is another initiative of mine. We've partnered up with Walton County and with some of the churches to keep our city clean. People, when I ran for office 2 years ago, people said, Mr. Martinez, what are you going to do? I said, you know what, one of the things I'm going to do is keep our city clean. Just the basic, keep it clean. Pick up on 78, pick up the styrofoam cups, pick up trash. And I have partnered up, we've had 2 community cleanup days already in 2019. We partnered up with Orchard Church, and we've also partnered up with another church to get together and picked up. And let me tell you, the first time we had it back in the spring, we picked up over 65 bags of debris here in Loganville. And then we did it again a few months ago, and we picked up over 30 to 40 bags with partnership with Orchard Church. And the last thing right now is keep Loganville moving. We are working very, very hard to get with GDOT, and they have come to our offices. We have been to their offices in Gainesville to do things about our lights, to do things about our roads. So I'm working as hard as I can at my own time and dime to get with GDOT and the state representatives to look at Loganville on how to keep our great citizens moving.
And so since you've been mayor, is there anything that you didn't expect to happen, or is there any part of your job that was a little more than what you thought it would be?
Absolutely. There's one thing that I did not anticipate. Well, there's two things that I didn't anticipate. First of all is how much I love the job. How much I love the job and how much I love the relationships. As you know, Loganville being two different counties, you got to get along with the Walton representatives and with the Gwinnett representatives. There's 16 different mayors. There's about 6 different commissioners. There's a chairman, and just in Gwinnett County. In Walton County, there's 7 different cities. So there's 7 different mayors. There's 6 commissioners and a chairman. So you have to get along with all those folks. And let me tell you, I love every single one of them. There's no favorites. I get along with all the mayors in Gwinnett and Walton County, and we have a great relationship. That's one thing. I didn't know that I was going to love this job as much as I do. Like I told you earlier, we do it. I do it. I can speak for myself. I do it because I love representing Loganville and its people. The second thing, and I should have asked the former mayor, Dan Curry, which he's a role model of mine, I should have asked him, how busy is it being mayor? I never asked him that. But let me tell you, I compare being mayor like being a head football coach and so on. Let's say the head football coach is the mayor, and the assistant coaches in the football team are the council members. The media, the kids, proclamations like I did today, they don't want to talk to the assistant coaches. They always want to talk to the head coach. They always want to talk to the mayor. Even if things go good, which, knock on wood, things are going pretty good in Loganville, we're steadfast moving forward, or when things go bad, we're not a perfect city, they don't want to talk to the assistant coaches. They don't want to talk to the council members. They always want to talk, I want to talk to the mayor. And let me tell you, I'll tell you one example. There's a lady that came in that's been trying to contact me about, she wanted to talk to the mayor. And I've been busy doing some other things, but one day I was here and I left a little earlier. She came a little bit after me, and she went to my great assistant, Janelle, and said, I want to talk to the mayor. I was on my way to Snellville for an event. Janelle called me and said, there's the lady who wants to talk to you. And I said, Janelle, I'm busy. Well, no, she's going to wait on you. She's going to wait on you till you come back in her car. She's not going to leave City Hall until you meet with her. Immediately, I said, Janelle, I'll be there in just a minute, because you never know. I'll be there in just a minute. So I turned around, I canceled the event I was doing in Snellville, turned back around and met her. These are an example, but it was a great conversation. It was a beautiful. She just wanted to talk to the mayor. She did not want to talk to the city manager. She did not want to talk to the council members. She wanted to talk to the mayor. So these are things that we go to. But I just enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I just hope that whenever the time comes that I leave office, I just hope people look at me and said, that mayor in Loganville did everything he can to make our city more beautiful than what it is now, to make our city more prosperous than what it is now, and to make our city look forward than what it is now. If I could get that, I think, in my opinion, it's mission accomplished.
I'd like to thank Mayor Martinez for taking the time out of his busy schedule to do this interview. That's this edition of Focus. Until next time, I'm Darrell Everidge.